All right, welcome back to the stream, everyone. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is actually going to be my first night streaming Valheim on a Tuesday. Normally I stream this on Thursdays. Normally on Tuesday I stream a game called Vane. It's the demo. It's out on Steam right now. It's a really fun zombie apocalypse game, but my computer is absolutely on the fritz. And I'm just lucky Valheim is still running. I'm so grateful. It often crashes after I close Valheim out. I mean, like blue screen of death crash. But I got a new machine coming 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll get all that resolved. We can get back to the Vane stream. So tonight we're actually going to build a castle. That's the plan. So last week we were looking for bone mass. We were looking for sunken crypts. We had found a small swamp, but no instances. So we got lucky. We sailed across the ocean, found another chunk of swamp, and a great big skull full of green goo. So we found Bone Mass's altar, so we can summon him anytime. We managed to load up a boatload of iron. Now, it's a little boat, so it's not a ton of iron, but enough to get us going pretty good. And we made our first stone cutter. So now we can start making stone. I think it's time to build a castle. I've been kind of building up to this over the streams. And so I'm really excited to do this for the first time. I'm going to reveal my castle building system. I'm actually working on a series of videos to document this. I think it's actually pretty cool. I've used it several times. But that's enough about me. And tonight, let's get into the game and see what we can do here. All right, let's start it up. I think we're going as, yep, Craig Ferguson. There's our buddy. We're going to jump in there. Take a look around. Now, I didn't do a whole lot between streams. I did gather a whole bunch of stone just to help with the castle build. I know you guys don't want to watch me smash rocks for hours. But beyond that, I didn't really progress the game at all. I've been going with the rule that once we down a boss, that biome is fair game. I can do whatever I want off stream. Hey, Clutch. Good to see you. Appreciate the support. So we've downed 2 biomes. We've downed the meadows, which is great. So that's all the regular wood and stone we could possibly want. Stellar week, decent week. I'm hanging in there. It's having my computer being on the fritz is really, it's bumming me out, Clutch. So, but I appreciate you asking. Kind of brings me down just knowing you could crash at any time. So yeah, I gathered a bunch of stone just to show you what I'm talking about. Every one of these crates right here is just tons and tons of stone. So we're going to use that to build our castle. Oh, let me get something launched real quick. Yeah, not as bad as PlayStation, that's for sure. And ghost mode, there we go. All right, so I just wanted to get my on-screen chat up. I have an overlay for the game. It just makes it easier for me to see. So quick review of where we're at and where we're going. So this is the base that we have set up. We flattened all this ground. It looks beautiful. We made this, I call this my run-in shelter or my run-in base. I live out in horse country and they have all these sheds out in fields where they basically have 3 walls and a roof. And the wall that's missing is where the horse or the cow can run in and get shelter from the elements. So I just kind of did that for Stumps and it's actually worked really well over several runs, but at this point, we need to upgrade. So that's going to come down, and we're going to turn this into a stone castle. We haven't had stone as a building tool yet. I did build this perimeter wall, and I made sure it was thick. Like, normally, you don't need all of this wood. You could just have this outer barrier, kind of like what I did out there. You just need one wall of wood, and that's pretty good. But for this, I did this so I have, like, a platform where I can sit up here, and I can pick off enemies from a distance. You know, it's very convenient, right? And that wall slows them down, makes them easy targets. So at this point, we're going to replace this interior wall with stone, and stone is thick. So having this platform that's 2 meters wide actually gives us a lot of space to work with stone. So I think I'm going to do this corner first. Maybe this half of the base first and build castle walls, and then we'll expand everything, just kind of see how this goes. So I'm going to deconstruct this stuff, get it out of here. Give us a little more space to work with, not that we don't have enough already. And I think we picked everything up. Yep, let's get rid of some of this stuff. There we go. We can always rebuild that stuff. That's one of the things I really like about Valheim. The build and destruction process costs the same exact materials. So you can just rebuild anything you destroy. If you want to change a building, you just destroy it, rebuild it. I kind of like that philosophy. A little more forgiving than other games. Vane isn't quite like that. Not quite. All right, so I'm going to grab this stone cutter. Let's get these set up so we've got good coverage. We can't build stone without a stone cutter. So we're going to place one here. You can see the circle that it creates, right? And that's where we can build stone. So this will be enough to cover this half. And let's make another one here. And that'll cover this half. And those would be our 2 stone cutters. And then I'm actually going to set 2 more out. Let me find where our iron is. I think we need 4. Is that correct? Let's see. Yeah, 4 and then 10, 20 stone, or 20 wood. Yeah, I'm carrying too much, but that's okay. We're not going far. And I'm just going to make 2 more of these. You'll understand why in a bit, but it's basically 1 for each corner, just to kind of make it so we can make stone. And let's take a stack of wood and dump that out here too. Actually, we'll have tons of wood once we take this wall down. I'll throw a bunch of stone out here, just get a couple more. Gotta take it all. Hang in there, Stumps. Hang in there, buddy. All right, dump it all out here. And now it's time to take out this wall. We're just gonna knock the whole damn thing down. Starting with, I'm gonna leave this, we'll do this corner, so let's get rid of these doors, just go from here. Now the nice thing about these designs and these upgrades I'm doing is that it's sort of progressive. So as the game progresses, we kind of need to reuse some of this stuff, so all the wood that we're smashing up right now, it's actually gonna become a part of the castle. Like, I have a plan for all of it. Odds are we won't have enough wood. This will just be the start. There we go. Let's gather this up. Get it out of the way. You'll notice I had buried a workbench inside. We're going to do that with the stone as well. Now, the reason we do that is those workbenches, actually any crafting station, that area for crafting, like if I switch to this and you see that white circle, I can craft anywhere in that circle, but that circle also suppresses enemies from spawning in there. So it's actually really good to use these as just spawn suppression units. That's what I did here. So if I switch to a wood piece, you can see that circle extends even further. And I've got basically one in all 4 corners, and we're going to repeat that with the stone walls. But for now, we don't need it. We're just going to get it out of here. In case we need it, we'll put it nearby, not worry about it. So we're going to start building out here. Now, I did some measurements. I basically use a grid system. So I'm going to kind of explain. Actually, let me show what we're going to do. If we have any stone, let's get busy with that. 3. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to make a pillar and arc system, and it works like this. We're going to build up a pillar like this. And then we're going to make a second pillar that far apart. So that's 4 meters if you're measuring or keeping track. And we're just going to mirror that pillar. And this whole castle build is going to be a pillar and arch system. It'll make sense once I finish this. So there we go. So there's our 2 pillars. And then we're going to bridge that with this thing, which will create an arch. The visually looks very nice. Now we're going to add more onto this, but this is the basic unit of measurement for making this castle. So I was watching a couple build videos, and one of the guys who does a lot of builds had done one castle, and he was talking about how hard it was to do because castles tend to be huge. You want your castle to be kind of a grand structure. And so he was like, I can't I can't wrap my head around it. It gets to be so big. Like, I can't envision the entire build in one sitting. So having a more modular approach works really well with castles. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're basically just going to say 1, 2, 3. Oops, go to the other side. There we go. And we can just keep adding these arches and extending the walls like this. Now, I'm not going to build up another arch. I'm going to destroy all this in a minute. But this is the basic concept here, okay? So we're going to make this pillar and arc system, and then, or arch system. And then for this, I'm going to finish off this inside wall. I'm going to do it like this so it has like an alternating brick pattern. It'll just look a little nicer. Don't have enough stone. Couple more, there we go. I'm gonna do it like this, like this. Let's delete these arches, and then we'll do the one piece. Oops. And like that, okay? So when you look at it from the outside, we've got this really nice arch and then a wall that can't be penetrated. And then from the inside, what's gonna work really well is we're actually gonna build this in a way that we can have pillars on the inside and an arc here. And so this will be like an inside arc, this one, and we can take like a workbench like this one and actually put it in here. It'll have a wall behind it, but this will create like a little space where we can actually put our crafting stations, and they'll still work because you have to have a roof over them. It's very hard to explain it verbally, but I'm going to show it visually. I just wanted you to know where we're going with all of this. So that's the plan. We're going to get rid of all this stone that we just set up. It's a nice thing about stone, it breaks real easy. There we go. Comes down quick. Okay, so we got to count this out. Now, between streams, I actually expanded our space just a little bit. I think I kicked this one out about two of these units right here. These 1, 2. That's just to give us a little space. Over here, if we look at the distance from this wall to here, it's actually 3 of these things, right? It's 1, 2, 3 units. So those are 2 meters wide. That gives us 6 meters across. That measurement is the distance that a troll can reach with a branch and the distance that a shaman can breathe poison. So this wall is untouchable from an enemy standing over here. All right, that's the idea. It's about as narrow a gap as I can make. We're not going to use this space for anything right now, but that's where we want to make our castle walls, about the same distance. So over here, we're going to do the same thing. Now let me get rid of some of my stone. We're going to map it out with wood first. Oh, great. Picked up more. Let's just grab a couple of these. Not a whole lot. Let's get rid of that. And we're actually going to map this out a bit. So I'm going to start laying down these 2-meter beams, and I guess I need a workbench out here. Put one right here for now. And, oh, please snap. So since I can't snap, we're going to, let's try this. That. And then, will this allow me to snap? There we go. Okay. I don't know why it didn't give me a snap point there, but now we're good. So we'll do this. This is how we'll measure. And then I'll draw on the ground exactly how we're going to lay this out. Oops, too far away. So we'll just do it like that. So you can see we want to come in 2, 4, 6 meters, and that's where we want to continue our wall right there. Oops, back off a bit. There we go. So this is the mistake I think a lot of people make, is they build their pillar right on the corner and then they build their walls to match. And I think that's a bit of a problem. For me, what I like to do is this. And then get rid of that. So I like to build it this way, right? So that our wall goes kind of like this. We've got 2 pillars on the corner, and then we can do an internal pillar like this, okay? And then we're gonna, I want to snap. I lost my snapping somehow. There we go. And extend the wall like that, and then we can make our workbench. So it's gonna be like a double pillar system. Again, hard to verbally explain, but this is basically the blueprint for it. So I just needed to measure to a starting point. And actually, let me put those back. We can build some of the arcs right here. So we know this is going to be the first arc, and we know the distance apart we want them to be. So let's start building some arcs. Let's get rid of this. Grab up all this stone. That's what it'll let me have. And then we're going to place some heavy bricks here. Again, skip 2 here. Skip 2 here. And then we can continue the rest later. We'll just start building this up. And it'll start to make sense what the plan is here in just a minute. Now, how you build this up is up to you. I'm intentionally not building this corner yet. I have a plan for that. I just want to show the wall how that works first, and then we'll do the corner. And then the rest of the build will make a ton of sense. So we build this up. I'm building this 4 units high. Now, it's measured in meters, so that's 4 meters tall. And I'm alternating the stone orientation just to get that mix-match pattern look, like normal stone would be done. You don't have to do that. I just think visually it looks a little nicer. And you notice my technique to build upwards. Just build a piece, stand on it, build the next one. So this is going to be the beginning of our wall. Now we're going to put the arches on. Like this. Oh, a little more stone. And we're going to need some stairs, so I'm going to go ahead and make some stairs real quick. Let's do that. That. And that's good enough for now. Finish our arch. And then I use these as sort of caps. You'll understand why in a minute. This is going to be our walkway, just like we have this walkway for the wood. But we're going to replace it with a much higher, smoother looking stone. It creates a really nice texture combination with that rough stone. But we're going to clean it up more in just a minute. Be careful when you're building, like jumping off of stuff, you lose health. Easy to die. Done that a couple times. Okay, so now we want to connect with a pillar right here, and then we're going to build another pillar right there. I'll use this block, so here and here. But before we do that, we're going to entomb our workbenches. And this will make a ton of sense in a minute. So I'm going to take... Where's my workbench? Did I destroy it? I think I did. Let's build it right now. Oh, don't have the wood. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is just kind of... And I'm using the wood as a guide. I'm just kind of putting it just inside of the wood framing there. And by doing that, we can now fill this with stone. And it's not easy. You might have to use some snapping points. Whoop, there we go, got that one. Now, because the workbench is there, it kind of prevents it, so you have to use the custom snapping. Just toggle the Q and E keys. There we go, I'm snapping to the top corner. And you see how I'm able to, like, entomb the actual workbench? So that's what we're going to end up doing. But I also want to put a forge and a stone cutter in there. And I'll explain why. By doing that, we can craft anything we want anywhere in our base. We're going to do it in all 4 corners. You can see the area that it covers. It's pretty large. So if we have the workbench, we can do any wood we want. If we have the stone cutter, we can do any stone we want. And if we have the forge, we can do any metal we want, like some of the torches and things that you can build. So we're going to actually make our own... where is it? The forge. So we're going to need some copper to do that. I'm just looking up the materials. So we're going to get 6 times 4. What's that? 24? Sounds about right. Okay, we're carrying too much, but that's all right. We need some coal. I think there's some in this chest on the end. There we go. And I'm just going to make a bunch of these for now. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to make one back here. And see if we can't squeeze it in here. I've never done this before, but I think it'll work. in theory it works. We'll squeeze it in here like that. And that should all be hidden in stone. It should work really well. We'll see how it goes. Let me put this stuff back. Put this over here. Grab a little more rock. Let's see what we can do here. So again, we got to use those special snapping points. I'm just pointing at the corner and just toggling. There we go. Use the letters Q and E on your keyboard to toggle. And there you get a bunch of different snap points. And that's how you entomb things. If you try to use the auto snapping, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. There we go. And then we'll go up here and we'll do the second floor, so to speak, like this. Probably should have alternated this one. It's not going to look right. Let me alternate it and then we'll go to bed. It's starting to get dark. I want this build to be easy to see. We don't need these. We've got the spacing all figured out, I think. I hope everything's going to line up right. We'll find out soon enough. Get rid of this. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and go to bed now. It's getting pretty dark. We'll turn it to daylight. All right, well, we got it started. Nighty-night, Stumps. All right, good morning, buddy. Hope you're ready to move some stone. It's going to be a busy day. Let's grab a whole nother chest full just to get it out there. Okay, so we're busy entombing our workbenches and stuff inside the pillars. Like one pillar is going to look weird visually, so I want to fix it. Like this side-by-side stuff isn't working for me. Actually, it won't make a difference, so I'm not going to mess with it. It's not going to make a difference. Do that, and I find you can jump up on 2 bricks, but not 3. So just kind of, as you're building, plan for that. Bring this up to 4. Let's see how things line up. Grab these, turn them around. Boom. Beautiful. Tip to tip. Works for me. So then we can put these on. Do like this. Now what we do in the corner is this. We just take a bunch of single blocks and just stack them up like that. And what that does is it creates the illusion that we have this interior wall, like right here. So it looks like that wall is continuing out the side of this pillar, but all we're really doing is just closing up these gaps. Now keep in mind with my builds, my priority is aesthetics. It's not how indestructible the build is going to be against a raid or anything like that, so I don't want to sell any false pretenses, but if my theory on all of that is, my take is, if you're to the point where things are breaking your stone walls, you know, you got bigger problems than how you built your walls. So I mostly focus on aesthetics and then go from there. Okay, so we've got that there, which means we can put a support here and one here, and they'll intersect, but that's okay. They combine pretty nicely. And that'll allow us to put one more. We gotta get closer. One more. I gotta climb up there, I think. One more block up here. Okay, and then we're gonna continue our outer wall. This is gonna be an inner wall with just open arches, and that's what we're gonna use for a lot of our storage, a sleeping space, a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's kind of how we're going with this one, how we're gonna roll with it. Let's see. So now it's just a lot of repeating this. So forgive me if I start running out of things to talk about. But this is castle building. A lot of repetition. And if you think about it, like I teach art classes, and if I ask somebody to draw a castle what do you think the first thing they're going to draw is? Well, some of them will draw like a round tower, but some people will draw a wall, and on top of it, put those little crenulations, like a whole bunch of repeating defensive postures that you can have on top of a wall. And to them, that's what a castle is, visually speaking, at least. And so I think the idea of repetition is kind of core to getting that castle look, having a lot of sameness. I shouldn't say sameness, but just repetition, patterns, repeated. Works very well. All right, I think that's the right height. Yeah, it should be 5 meters up. So let's put some arcs on here. Like that, and another one of those. We can just jump. Hey, just in time. Working up a sweat from moving all this rock. Let's get a drink, Stumps. Oh, a glass of wine tonight. Little wine to go with your castle, Stumps. Hope you're enjoying that. So I'm going to jump down and continue my defensive wall on the inside. Like this. And because it's a lot of the sameness, I'm just going to try to do all of them now. This stone stairway is temporary. We'll fix that later. Do something a little more interesting. Oops, missed that one. Actually, let's do them all. Keep the repetition going. Ooh. Just punch that wall. All right, let's repair our hammer. Another good tip for castle building, this is a great time to breed your wolves. So if you've captured wolves in Valheim and you've tamed them, now is the time to really breed, because you're going to spend a lot of time at your base working on stuff, so you might as well get your wolf population up. Get them out in the yard, taking care of the property, you know. Always take out these arcs. You could build right over top of them, but it's kind of a waste of stone. And you use so much building a castle. Let's get rid of this. Finish this off. And we'll go outside and admire our work. Gonna grab that stone from up top first. Now, how high you build your castle is entirely up to you. I like 5 meters. I think it looks good. I've built them 1 meter lower, where this rough stone is only 3 units tall, 3 bricks tall, whereas it's 4 right now, and then put the walkway on top of it. One of the biggest problems is stairs, and so a wood ladder, it goes up 2 bricks. So when you have 5, you need like 2.5 of these ladders to get all the way up to the top. So it doesn't work very good. So I can understand if some people just want to do 3 bricks tall and then put the walkway on, so it's 4 total. Then the ladders work a little bit better. Just personal preference. Okay, let's grab some more stone, keep going. Of course, I'm carrying too much. Now I'm going to continue the inner walls at this point, or the inner pillars, just to show you what they're going to look like. I think it'll look great. So we continue like this, this. I'm going to do this before I run out of stamina from carrying too much. There we go. This stuff's got to go. And I gotta drop some of this stone. This is too much. There we go. Grab that. It's hard to build this fog line. Makes it very hard to look up. Grab that. Oh, still too much. All right. And then we'll put our arcs up here. Again, we're just repeating this pattern. And you'll understand the final idea behind the wall in just a minute. It's starting to take a lot more detail, a lot more form. Do the same over here. Same over here. And yeah, let's build one more pillar right here. It's a pain to have to rotate all these bricks, but in the long run, it just looks so much nicer. It is definitely worth the time. Okay, let's take a look. Gotta build new stairs to get up. All right, there we go. So you can see on the outside, we get that nice arc pattern going. Right, and on the inside, we've got the same thing. Let's finish this off. Like this. And yeah, we don't have that pattern or that pillar built yet. So now we can actually finish this part off. So now we have this double wide walkway. Works really good, especially if you're on a multiplayer server or you're playing with a friend. Gives you a little space to pass back and forth with other people. And then what we're going to do is we're going to face that off. So we're going to take this and we're going to use, this is, I believe these are called sticky mechanics. I'm not entirely sure on this. Now you can't do this with, you can do this with stone, but you can't get very far with it. So kind of building off the side. With wood, it's really easy. You can build really far off the sides, but with stone, you can only build like 1 or 2 units. And then it becomes a problem. So for example, there we go. So here's some wood, here's a pillar. We'll just build off the side, and you'll see I can go a pretty far distance with it, and it doesn't collapse, right? It's just the structural integrity. Now beyond this, I think this is the limit. Yeah, so that's as far as we can go. But with stone, you can only build out 1 piece. And only, I think, 1 meter. If you try to do 2, it might not work. I don't have any stone. Let me grab some, and we'll finish this off. Carrying too much. Get rid of half of that. Get rid of that. Okay. So, if you build like that, it doesn't work. But if you build this way, that's the limit right there. So we're going to actually face this whole thing off. Again, I'm looking through the fog that is at ground level. My camera is resting on the ground right now. And then we're going to build like this. Now, if you try to use one of these single pieces, I got to get close. Doesn't work. Doesn't actually work. So we got to use these double, and that actually will stick. Then from there, you can use a single unit one if you want, but I'm not going to worry about it. And it goes to there. And then I actually made a mistake. I forgot something. So we're going to have to deconstruct a bit and fix it. It's not a big deal, but it's going to be kind of a pain. So remember when we embedded the workbench into here? So we embedded the workbench into this pillar. I meant to do a stone cutter as well. So I'm going to go inside, grab a stone cutter, and put it in the wall. Oops, couldn't pick it up. Let's get rid of that. There, pick all that up. We're just going to build one right on top of this and then rebuild the brick. That's all we're going to do. Entomb a stone cutter. Right like this. You just got to eyeball it. That. Now I can go down below and place a couple bricks. And again, I'm going to use that weird snapping point. So let me toggle. Oops. Do this. There we go. That'll work. And then getting them placed inside will be a little trickier, but not impossible. I'm going to try and use... Oh, I almost fell. I'm going to try and use that top corner right there. So let me... There we go, like that, like that. like that, and then we should be able to place... Oh, we got to turn them this way. Like this. And then snap to those. And you see how we've now entombed our stone cutter in the wall? When we go to cut, you see that circle? That's coming from that pillar. So it gets all those things hidden and out of the way and lets us continue crafting with no issues. So on top of this, we're going to alternate our stone pattern. Like this. And this will create a defensive wall to keep Stumps safe and sound. Get some more stone. There we go. And then we're going to put our crenulations up. Now you could build up the wall more if you want, but you'll notice we're only 2 meters tall, so 2 layers of brick is plenty. Now you could do 1 space. I do 2. I give them it's a little wider range of motion for shooting and defending, so I always do 2 spaces between each of these. Like that. And then extend it down this wall, same way. Now, you'll get a weird matchup in the opposite corner. It's not a big deal. You're just going to have 2 corners that look a little wonky, but it's a small price to pay to have a nice looking castle. So at this point, we can go out here, and you can see this is what it's going to look like. Now, it's all stone right now, so it doesn't look super pretty. That's what the wood is for. We're actually going to trim this whole thing up with wood and make it look even better. But the arcs and everything, the depth of the walls, it looks pretty darn good. Just double checking. Sometimes the color of certain bricks makes it look weird. But when we slap the wood trim on this thing, it's gonna sing. It's gonna look beautiful. So that's our next step. So let's keep extending this. So we basically wrap the base. So here's a pillar. And an inside pillar, just to keep it all sorted. 1, 2, and we're just going to keep building this way. At some point, we got to figure out where we want to leave a hole in the wall, so the arcs will be replaced by doors somewhere. So if we look at this wall, we can actually destroy the rest of this, kind of start working on it. Maybe we extend this part. Let's take this all the way to here. And, oh, we can do it from opposite. Nice. Let's do this. There we go. And I'm going to leave this end one on just so I know where the end is. Oops, missing a crafting station. How about now? There we go. There we go. Why this is staying up, I don't know. Oh, I didn't see this pillar. There we go. Alright, let's extend that stone wall. Pick these up. Perfect. Perfect. So this is our outer wall. That's what we want. Let's do this. This. Establish another pillar. Another pillar. Perfect. Perfect. So remember, we don't want a pillar right on the corner. We actually want it in here. So we can get rid of that in just a second. I'm going to need a workbench over here. Actually, we can take this one. And eventually, we're going to put all of that in those corner pillars, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Bring this over. And that'll go in the corner as well. So let's clean this up. And what I'm going to do here is do another sort of blueprint. There we go. That's going to be the internal pillar. And this is the external. shape. Let's get rid of these. There we go. Now let's move stuff inside. That looks pretty good. I really like this trick. It keeps your castle looking clean. You don't have to have workbenches all over the place. I see castle designs where there's just clutter everywhere. And it's a little frustrating. Could be better. Okay, let's get these snapped in here, and this is where we switch to the snapping points. Again, I'm just pressing Q to toggle through them until I find what I want, like that. Set them all in place. Let's go back to auto snap. There we go. And as long as you're not directly targeting a workbench, you should be good. Yeah, let's use the snapping here. There we go, there we go. Actually, we got these backwards. I'm gonna switch this up. There we go. There we go. And we'll get this done too. There we go. You gotta be careful with those sparkles. You can't always pick them up through the stone. Sometimes you gotta drop down in there and get them. 'Tis the nature of stone. Okay, now we want to put our stone cutter up here and entomb that, and we're good to go. Let's just go ahead and put that in place. Gives me something to stand on. Slap our stone cutters down like this. There we go. And we'll get these entombed, and then we'll call it a night. It's getting pretty dark. There we go, and... Ooh. Alright, Stumps. See if we can get it in there. There we go. Go ahead and put some steps in here for me. Make my life a little easier. There we go. Gonna be part of the wall anyways, so... Now we'll just do these. And again, sometimes if you're targeting a workbench, it just won't let you place it. There we go. Sometimes you can get the snap like that, but sometimes you just gotta find the front edge of a stone to target. Oh, we don't have any more stone. Alright, it's cold. Make good use of the day. Get some light on this subject. Alright, welcome back, Stumps. Let's get some food in your belly. Let's repair our hammer. Surprised it didn't break yesterday. Alright, let's keep going on this corner. And this will give us about half of a base. We can kind of figure out where we want our entrances and everything. Oh, we still need stone. Outstanding. We've now used up 2 whole chests worth of stone. Takes a lot to build a castle. I find I could carry about 3.5 stacks. Alright, so again, you gotta hit the facing of that stone. There we go. And it'll allow you to build right over the workbench there. Now we can put this, and this to top it off. We're gonna build our fake wall in the corner here. Just purely aesthetic. Then we're gonna do some of this. And this, and that'll let us put a stone right up top, like that. Makes a nice even corner. So let's build up the rest of this and get the remainder connected up. Right now I'm just focused on this outer wall. And then we'll get the inner one going. A lot of twisting and turning. Both me and the bricks. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get our arches built up. You get good at jumping when you build castles, by the way. Good skill to have. Turn this around. Actually, we don't need this here because we're going to actually just build the wall underneath it. So we're just going to do this outer arch now that I think about it. Kind of a waste. There we go. And then one more here. Get rid of this one. And that'll be enough to hold this up for now. Get our walkway set up. Oops. Need some more stone. I'm gonna pick up any of this sparkling stuff. So hard to see through the fog. Oof. Odin's not making this easy on us. Alright, we're gonna polish off these walls real quick. Go. There we go. There we go. That used up enough stone. A couple more. Oh, jeez. This is quite the challenge. There we go. Build above the fog line, people. There we go. One there, one there, one hopefully right there, yep, and one right there. Oh, we missed. Completely missed on that one. There we go. Full recovery. And that's done. Perfect. So we should have a really nice exterior wall. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arches. So I say we just punch out these two and do a double gate. We could do something else later if we want to. But that's the nice thing, is all of these stones are easily replaceable. So let's just go ahead and punch this side out so we can get through. And I'm going to put an arc in here. And we're still going to build these internal pillars, so I'm going to put the door... I'm going to need some wood. Point carry, let's toss some stone real quick. There we go. So I'm going to put the door using these big gates like this. Now that leaves a 1 meter gap above them, which I don't particularly like. So you could do a couple things. You could just do like a 1 meter wall like that. It doesn't look too bad, but I don't think it looks very nice at all. So what I like to do is use the 26-degree roof cross. I think that's how you say it. And again, here you got to use that special toggle, the snapping, like that. All right, and when we put more stone up, it's going to look like this. Remember, we're going to have a pillar on either side, and then we're going to put an arc here, and an arc here. And it's going to look like that, and the top part's going to be hidden. It's going to look really, really good. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to get rid of these stairs. Switch over to this. I find sometimes when I use the repair hammer, it's just easier to destroy stuff without making mistakes. Okay, let's get some more stone. Keep going. Too much. Get rid of that, and one of these. Sorry, quick hydration break there. All right, let's build this up. I think it goes a little faster if you just do a couple pillars at the same time. Not as many rotations. Ugh. Man, this is tough. Come on. Get in there. Is that good? Oh, we got lucky. I can't see it all. There we go. And we can get the other arcs up. Turn it. You're doing this part from above. A lot easier. Get these in here. Looks good. some more over here. Well, got it out. Remember, this is our exterior wall, so we don't need... Not gonna need an arc there. One more pillar here real quick. We're kind of done with this wall. This is great. Oh, this fog is killing me. Here we go. It's turned around. There we go. Uh-oh. This is the bane of the... Where are they? Where are you, boys? There you are. The bane of castle building. So, the way I like to deal with these is just kite them around the base. They don't seem to be able to catch you even at normal walking speed, but they'll follow. And you can't go too far. That's one of the big problems with the no-map runs. I can't see like what the raid area is before I walk out of range. What's this all about? Boar's gonna... Gonna take the heat for the trolls. I'll just go over here. Oh, that other guy. I don't want him going back. God only knows what he's up to. Go get him. Hey, buddy. Came to pay you a visit. My goal is just to keep the keep the fire debuff up on both of them. Like that. There we go. So now that the raid is over, we can actually kill him. But he took down my tree. I kind of like that tree. Like, it was where I want... Oops. Sorry, Stumps. Alright, smash up that wood for us. How about this right here? Can you smash that? Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. The ones with the clubs are always the hardest. They've got the best range. Really dangerous. I'm gonna get my power going. Oops. Completely missed the big boy right there. I'm surprised the fire debuff stays on them with all the rain. You'd think they'd be wet. That fire resist bonus. The good news is raids are every, what, 46 minutes? Where's my raid panel? There you go. That's what we're dealing with. It'll check for a new raid every, whatever that said, 46 minutes, I think. Jeez, man, they are deforesting my base. Gonna be a lot of work to do after we get rid of these guys. There's a stump. There's a stump. Everywhere a stump, stump. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get this tree branch guy down. He's such a pain. Oh, mercy. That was close. Boom. There we go. One down. That's the way to do it. And just run around you. Now, these wood walls, I believe they have 900 to 1,000 health. And when I saw them hit the wall, I think it did around 200 to 300 damage to each of the wall sections. We'll take a look in a minute. It's over here somewhere, just to see what kind of damage a troll can do. Now, I don't know if that Hulk smash, if they did that right on top of a wall, what would happen, but yeah. There we go. Nice work, Stumps. Way to go, buddy. That was not easy. Alright, let's pick up some of our spoils, get back to work. Get back to work. Throw some stone over here. Let's empty our pockets over here. We'll deal with all that later. We do need to make some food. That is actually a priority right now. Let's do that. Let's see. We'll do like 4 of everything. Sounds about right. 4 of everything it is. Let's get 12 of these. Don't need any more of that. That. Actually, we need sausages. Get 4 of those. And 12 of these. And I believe we're good. I think we're good. Let's see. So, sausages. Get 4 of those in one go. That's a good ROI. Let's get some carrot soup. Got enough for 4 of those, I believe. Oh, we got a bonus. Hear that little plink? No, so we got 5 instead of 4. There we go. Now we can get our food buff up. Get everything repaired, get back to work. If you're enjoying the stream, let me know in the comments below on YouTube. Feel free to check out my socials, my panels on Twitch. Reach out to me on Discord or any of my other socials. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. Let's keep this thing going. We're missing some arcs over here. Missing some stone in our pockets. Let's grab some. See if we can get a couple more of these up. Oh, there we go. That worked good. So now I'm going to build some stairs just to get up top. This is temporary while we're crafting. I find stairs is one of the hardest things to deal with in a castle. I have strategies for it, but they're really tricky. And like I said, because I build these 5 meters tall, you notice my ladders don't touch the ground. So like, yeah, we got to work on that. I got to work on that. All right, let's keep our glorious walkway going. I'm just going to put these here for now. That'll start our next wave. So obviously our run-in shed is a bit of a run-in base is a bit of an issue here because we're going to start hitting stuff. So we can't go too far this way. I think I'm going to try to finish this wall next. And then my goal will be to move a bunch of stuff so we're no longer using that base and we can destroy everything and then finish off the build. I don't know if we'll get it all done tonight. We're about an hour in. So we're like halfway and we've only built a quarter of the base. So I don't think it's all going to get done tonight. But we'll see how far we get. I'm going to try to finish this wall and then try to get everything moved. I think that's a good plan for the evening. So let's see how much stone and wood we got. Let's get rid of that. Let's fill our pockets. All right, let's use this and see how far we can get. We should have our stone cutter. What happened here? Here's our stone cutter. We have one over here. Did we not put one in this wall? I could have sworn we put one in there. Okay, hold on a minute. What is going on here? I thought we... Oh, I think the trolls destroyed it all. That would explain a lot. Oh, man. Okay, that explains a lot. Let's get one of these. Fatal flaw in the design here. Like I said, it was made for aesthetics, not durability. But it seems like they must have been destroyed. That's my guess, is that this pillar is an issue. So we're going to find out. This might be a real problem with our design. Yeah, so that's definitely from the workbenches that are inside there. So we'll get that fixed. Let's see what kind of damage they did. Yeah, a lot of damage here. So, not the most raid-proof design. But like I said, this is for aesthetics. Alright, what's the easiest way to do this? I think we just start... Build a stone cutter. We can get into it. Build a workbench so we can get into it. We don't need the forge. We just need to get the materials out of that wall. Oh, this stinks. Let's do it. the workbench is there. Where's our stone cutter? It is missing, but the workbench was there, so that at least survived. Okay, okay. Now is our... I'm gonna go on the outside. I wonder if our forge survived or not. That would have been right here. Oh, it did survive. It survived just fine. Okay, let's put some of this back. It was just the one. Okay, yeah. Should be good. Get this in here. There we go. And that goes there. And then, how do we place these? That's a tricky... I'm gonna get in here, grab all that stone. Okay, so let's do our weird snapping. See if we can get it to... There we go. I'm gonna see if that actually... Nope, it didn't go where we want. Let's jump up here and try it. There we go, that's perfect. Do the same thing there, and the same thing there, and then we'll rotate. Do that, go outside. There we go, okay. Now at this point, we should have enough for a stone cutter. Perfect, we did pick it up. We can go, whoops, go up here. Get it replaced, and we're good to go. That's interesting. Noted. Noted issue in the design. Let's grab all that. Oh, I don't know if I can get out. Oh, that was a great move. Nice job, Stumps. Alright, let's place this back in here. And bury it. Direction do these need to face? This way. Can we get it down there? I don't think so. Let's try it from here. Oh, that works. Can I snap it on the corner here? Let's try that. Is that it? There we go. Try it from the outside. Can't even see that corner. There we go. There we go. Nice, nice. And then can we do that? Perfect. Let's get the last two pieces in and cap it off. Get back going. Get back to our job. There we go. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, it's dark again. All right, let me get this pillar started. Just so I feel like I've maximized my time. Oops. There we go. Arc, arc, arc. And that's good enough. If we can get in bed before it gets cold. Boom. Nighty night, Stumps. Morning, buddy. Time to get back to work. Haul some more stone. Let's see if we can put some of this away. Oh, nope. Didn't pick it up. We do need more stone for sure. Let's grab another chest. So that's 3 full chests so far. This will be number 4. And this is all it's produced so far. I'll definitely be farming more stone off stream this week. And I think if we get rid of 2 of these, 1 of these, there we go. There we go. All right, right back to it. Go ahead and put these up here. In this section, if you try to aim for like the end caps, so I'm just aiming right there, and that allows me to go back to auto. Snaps in real easy. Good way to deal with it. Now, if you're going to do a really long sidewall like this, now this one's not too bad, but if you were doing really long sidewalls, you may want to consider entombing another couple workbenches like halfway. Like this pillar might be a good place to put another workbench and another stone cutter, just so you got good clearance. But I think we're gonna be okay. Might have to eat my words. Let's see. Where's the other one? Yeah. So that one's sitting right here. Let's get rid of these. We shouldn't need these anymore. So that's the one that's in the wall, and it reaches all the way to here. So when we put one down there, it's going to reach all the way to here too. So we should be fine, but if I was going any further, it's probably wise to do another set of walls with workbenches in them. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Grab these stone right here. Trolls did us a bit of a favor. Again, I'm going to snap these in first. Oh, we don't have the fog today. This is wonderful. Fog was horrible. Here we go. And again, I have no idea where I want to put the doors. So we'll figure that out. I think what I'm going to end up doing is using this corner as like the main base. This is where I'm going to move a lot of that stuff over to here and just kind of build a shelter. I don't know. I got to think about it a little bit more. But we'll see. For now, it's probably going to all go over here just because we've got the space. I'm going to face off the front a little bit more. I think we got that iron from our stone cutter. There we go. Let's keep this side going. Oh, great. All that running for nothing. Sorry, Stumps. One more. Of course, too much. Let's get rid of that and that. We're good. We're good. All right. And now we can continue this. So when you're building castles, one of my recommendations is try putting your resource rates on 3 times, triple rate. Just the amount of stone you need is absurd. Absolutely absurd. If you're not going to do free build, then I think it's worth changing the settings. I've done free build mode before, but I just felt no connection to my castle. So I've started grinding it out, but I do it on triple resources. So this is what I was talking about earlier. You see how this corner is just a little bit wonky? It's always going to end up this way. Even if we did one space between each of the crenulations, it's still going to end this way. So don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. I think it looks fine. I've never noticed it when I look at my other castles, so I'm just leaving it like that. And we'll continue over here. Same thing. Not going to go very far, but keep it going. Get crenulations up. Every 2 spaces works well. And there we go. So you can see pretty good look at what this castle is going to end up looking like. We could do the double doors. I don't know. We'll see. And grab up all this free resources. Bring them back into the base. Oh crap, we got some work to do out here, Stumps. Get this all cleaned up. Go to town. Live up to our names. Can't call yourself No Stumps Gaming and leave Stumps lying around. There we go. Oh. Careful with that axe around your wood fences. Gonna leave some divots. In a minute, I'm going to show you what we're going to use the wood for as well. See what else is out here. Did we get this other stump? Nope, of course not. Of course not. Oh, I got another one down there. My goodness. These big boys do some damage. They love to do some damage. My goodness. We were lucky we had our rested buff. Oftentimes when they show up, I don't have my rested buff. I don't have time to go stand in my shelter for 20 seconds while they tear everything apart. There we go. Nice and clean. Once again. So I'm going to show you what we're working towards with the wood. Because I have a bunch on me. Let's go ahead and just put some on here. So what I find is if you trim off your stone with wood, it just looks so good. It just makes it look so much better for some reason. So I'm going to trim off the posts, the pillars. And then I don't have a snapping point, so I'm just putting these up to create snapping points. And then I like to take this and just do this with it. Like that. And like that. And then we delete these for now. All right. And we're going to do that for all of them, but we're also going to do some trim right here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just do that half spacing on the corner like this. And this side, we need the same thing, that. And then we're going to do the regular spacing, the 2 meters. And that'll give us the snap points exactly so they parallel the pillars themselves. And so this will be really nice. We have the vertical beams from the pillars. We've got the horizontal beams from the walkway up above. A little bit more wood. Too much. All right, here we go. We got a ton of stone. Yeah, so we'll put this up here, and then we'll put these on. I'm going to use the top snapping point. Makes it so easy. Boom, 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 boom. Now look at this wall. That looks really nice for a wall. A lot of detail, some depth to it, the wood supports and everything. And then you look down here, and it's just bland gray, nothing to it. So that wood trim, it looks so nice. It just makes it look so nice. Uses a ton of wood, but definitely worth it for the aesthetic if you're into it. So we're going to do that for the whole thing eventually. We got lots of wood. Let's get our next set of pillars going. Here's where we need to knock down this section and take the whole thing out. Now you can see this is what I had buried inside. We'll get rid of that. Now we're not going to quite get even with this. We're actually going to get to about here. We're going to have a little extra space here. Maybe we build a tower or something over here. I don't have any ideas right this minute. But that's just where the walls are going to line up. So you have to have some flexibility when you're building castles. Let's show that there. Let's put this over here. I'm going to try and separate our wood, wood and stone. It's not an issue. Let's put this away. Throw it there for now. All All right, let's get back to building with stone. Let's grab it all. There we go, perfect. Actually, we're gonna need to get rid of this stone, or this wood, just so I can see what I'm doing. You can see the value of courtyards. You may not like the dump pile strategy, but I think it works pretty good. Okay, let's keep going. So this is our inner wall. Let's build that out. 1, 2, and then a pillar. 1, 2, pillar. Pillar, and I think this is where... 1, 2... We could do a pillar, but we're getting really close to there, so I think I'm gonna stop. Well, actually, I misdid it right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop going that far. I think we're just gonna go to here. And that's how we're gonna do it. Like I said, we're not gonna line up perfectly with that. I knew we'd come up about 2 meters short, and that's okay. And then this is where we're gonna do our other corner piece. So we're gonna have a pillar here, and a pillar, whoops, pillar right here. We pick up that stone or not. There we go. Now these raspberry bushes, I left them, but kind of not in a very good spot. We may have to destroy them. It's not a big deal if we do, but I kind of like to try to keep them in the base if I can. I think it makes it kind of nice. I'm gonna get these pillars built up. And then build our arches. Remember, we're gonna have a wall right here, so we'll just leave a gap for now. Let's continue. Highly repetitious. Oh, more stone, more stone. Where's all of our... I guess we need more. It uses so many resources. Alright, so we've now used 4 chests. We're up to 5 now. We definitely have enough to carry us to the end of the stream. There we go. Leave a gap for our wall. Keep going. And now that we're here, we need to embed our workbenches. So I'm going to lay that wood framing down. Go get me some wood to do that. Don't feel rested. Well, let's get some rest real quick. I'm going to try and put some of this away while we're here. Getting our rest. That's the nice thing about having this huge roof. You get a lot of space for rest. That goes there. Some troll leather, some boar leather, some feathers, some seeds. We're gonna keep the wood. I think we got gold up here. And I think we got some... There we go. Troll heads in there. Looks like we came in just in time to repair. Look at that hammer. Man, it needs some love. There we go. Good as new. Good as new. Alright, I think we got our rest. Let's get on with it. Alright, I'm gonna frame this up just so I can place my workbenches. Ooh. place a workbench out here for now. There we go. So I can lay out my frame. I don't need every single piece of wood, just enough to see where it all sits. Alright, let's move that workbench in here. Let's get one of these forges moved in here. Again, the forges are nice because then we can build some of the lighting, like torches and things like that. Yeah, like this thing right here, the sconces. That's what we want to be able to build. And you need the forge to build them. So now we've got ample coverage for that. Let's get back to this. We could eat another bite. Get rid of that. Dump some wood over here. Load up on more rocks. See if we can't get this built up. One right there. Oh, we had it. Boom. And then we'll get a corner snap. A favorable corner snapping. Hold on, why am I not? There we go. Perfect. Perfect. This one, oh nice, I didn't think it would work. Let's see if we spin it around. Can we get a corner snap there? Perfect. There, perfect. Go back to auto. That works. Let's get the stone cutter up there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put... Oh, we got rid of our stone cutter. Let's put that down first then. Right here. That should work. And now we can slap our stones down. Well, that didn't go so well. There we go. Much better. Much better. And then we'll use that weird corner snapping to get it placed properly. There we go. There and there. If we spin it around, we should be able to use this side. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll get our auto. We should be able to finish it off with this. With some careful targeting. Let's target like that. Perfect. Put a couple more arcs in here. And we're going to put the corner ones on as well. It's okay that they intersect. It actually looks really good, I think. And then we'll put our stone pieces. Fake wall. And I'm going to go ahead and build these other walls while we're here. And let's see. Get these little one-piece walls in here. And grab some more stone before the sun goes down. It's pretty good. We got all those in place. Let's get this in place. And then I hopefully can get our walkway put in place before we go to bed, but light's going out fast. There we go. Let's call it. Give Stumps a little rest. We got 2 full walls built up now. That's pretty good. Nighty night, buddy. You're working hard. Mercifully quiet. Mercifully quiet. I do like the dreams. Ooh, and more fog. I do not like that. Okay, we'll make the best of it. See what we can do here. So we're going to finish our walkway. And then decide what to do next. I think we're going to continue the outer facing. But there's a part of me that wants to build something else first. So we'll see. We'll see what wins out. There we go. So we got our wall up here. I'm going to grab some more stone, and we're going to do the outside of this. Oh, we didn't build a door. We got no way to get back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, of course, an even number. And that's okay. Again, with castle building, gotta have a little bit of flexibility. Doesn't always come out exactly the way you want it. It's kind of the nature of the beast. Let's do this side as well. Let's put this out here, so we'll do that. Whoops, actually, I built that in the wrong spot. We want to build right off of there, so let's get rid of those wood pieces before I forget. We don't need the framing anymore. Almost kind of built them into the build right there. Almost became a permanent part of the castle. The royal boards. The royal boards. Alright, there we go. That's what we want to see. One, two, and pillar. There we go. Let's get these built up. Ooh, that didn't go well. There we go. A little better. What's that? 3 tall? Yeah, it's only 3. And that's good. And I think that's 4. That looks pretty good. Oh, I think we're out of stone. One more chest. My goodness. We've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6. We have 7, 8, 9, 3 more. So it's been 2/3 of our inventory up to this point. We'll see how far this stone goes and then go no further. At least not on tonight's stream. I think kind of reaching a limit. And I'm going to, yeah, let's put our arches up like that. Remember, this is the internal wall, so we're just going to leave that and build this up. So you've noticed there's a couple ways you can build this. I mean, you can build one set of pillars or both pillars at the same time. It's really up to you. I assume everyone will have their own preferences. Over here. Jump over here. I'm gonna go ahead and do these walls real quick. I promise you, the more you do this, the faster you get. It's ridiculous. Now remember, this is working because I can stick 1 meter of stone. That's it, no more. So those will stick there for me for a time being until I get something underneath them. But if you try to do it with a bigger piece of stone, it just isn't going to work. Alright, there we go. We're going to need a set of stairs on that side, but for now, let's go over here. Puff it on down here. But we have stone. Not much. These use 6 stone. They're not the most efficient. I think they look real nice, and I think this is one of the few places where they really work. Yeah, out of stone. Of course. Grab a little more. Head back. I think this is as much of the wall as we're going to build today. I'm going to keep this going, though. Remember, we are alternating with the stone beneath us. I know it matches up here with these big stones, but we are alternating that the seams. You'll see it from the outside. Looks real nice. Now let's get these last two in here, and we'll finish this off. Like this. And then we're going to do the same on the inside. Whoops, not with this one. Not with that one. We still need to build these pillars. That side's not actually done. We're actually going to finish it off like this on the inside. And I'll show you what we're doing with it in just a minute. It's going to be very similar to the outside, but slightly different because we don't need the same defenses on the inside. Let me move our ladder real quick. We'll put this back up so we can get back up there. There we go. Grab some more stone to work with. So on the outside, we still need that stone protection, but on the inside, we really don't need as much protection. I mean, if something's getting inside the base, your defenses aren't holding up. So we're just going to use like a wood railing on the inside. Oops, I was wondering why I couldn't move. Beehives everywhere. Fortunately, we didn't get stung. Ooh, more stone, always more stone. There we go. Actually, I think we gotta wait on that one. So that's gonna complete that walkway. I think I'm gonna finish this portion, and then we're gonna clean it up. So let's do another pillar here, another pillar here, another pillar here. Finish all these off. I always find these ones that like point into the walls, they're always a little bit tricky. There we go. Just a little bit. Looks like we're out of stone. Let's go grab some more. Holy smokes. That's a lot of stone. That's a lot of stone. Get rid of that wood. Dump some of this over here. That's good. And what are we doing? Oh, the arcs. There we go. I like to do all the arcs facing one way and then do the opposite. And there we go. That looks really good. Let's get the... I wonder if we can place those from down here. We'll try to use the end. There we go. That. Working. There. So I'm using the front face of those bricks for this placement. Not easy. And we're out of range of our stone cutter. All right, that's good enough for now. Let's grab some wood. And now we can put some stairs down here as well. Actually, let's put our facing up first. Like this. There we go. Oopsie. There we go. Now let's put our stairs up here. And that looks good. Let's grab some more stone, get up here. Gonna finish all of this off. We're gonna trim it up with some wood. It's gonna look gorgeous, inside and out. There we go. Got our crenulations finished. Now again, we're gonna have that two kind of corner crenulations. Look a little wonky, but it really doesn't make a difference. So corner, corner like that. And then keep going. When we get to that opposite corner, it's going to look just like that one. It's going to, the last crenulation will go right on the corner perfectly. So you'll always have two opposite sides that look perfect, and then two opposite sides that look just a little bit weird, but I don't think it really breaks the design in any meaningful way. So at this point, I'm going to drop some stone. Let's grab it up, put it all together. There we go. Grab a bunch of wood. Grab a little more. A little bit more. There we go. Let's get rid of some of this. And one more. Gonna max out our carrying capacity. All right. So what we're gonna do up here is make this look really nice. And to do that, again, we have a snapping point right here to line up with the pillar, because we're still gonna do our vertical beams. So I'm gonna do this. Am I missing a stone? Oh, it looks like I put this one in all wonky. Let's fix it. Not enough stone. All right, let's grab a little bit more. We got plenty over here. We don't need 50. Give me a small... Are you kidding me? Oh, we've got a whole nother raid coming? Ridiculous. And we've got 2 minutes of rest. Hardly enough. All right. Let's see what happens using our castle here. Now, can you guys get past that wood fence? That's the real question. Oh, you. Fight fire with fire, buddy. Well, that was good. Anyone else with a bow? Looks like they don't know what to do. I'm gonna let them be stupid. So I'm not killing anymore because it'll spawn more, and if none of them has a bow, then we're safe in our base. I'm gonna wait for the raid to end, and then I'm gonna go down and kill him. So that guy doesn't know what to do. Nobody down here. Let's see if we can get on our base. Boom, there we go. Now you see why we use the 26-degree roof tiles. Sometimes we need that for our base, for defense. All right, essentially, this is really good. Way better than the trolls. So I'm willing to cheese this. I'm in the middle of building. Pete's sake. Uh-oh, I hear a bow. Who's shooting at us? Do we see anyone? Wait a minute. Over here? How am I not seeing it? Oh, there he is. All right, let's see if we can get him. Almost, almost. Sorry, buddy. That's enough of him. I'm going to kind of give everybody one love tap here. Lower their health, see what we can do. There we go. Now we can go down and sort them out for real. Come on, buddy. Free sausages. Free sausages for everybody. Gotta love that iron mace. And can dole out some damage. My goodness. Alright, I think we're good. Let's get our rested bonus back. Get back to what we were doing. Gonna go ahead and repair everything while we're here. Trophies up here. Sausages over here. Bones down here. I think we were putting wood in here. Okay, that's good. Stone, we're going to keep that. How's our comfort looking? There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Let's get back to building. We're going to need some wood again. I think I just dumped everything I had as the first sign of trouble. So again, we want to do these like vertical. Let's go back to what we were doing. I had this. Let's get rid of these wood pieces. They became a part of the castle. So this has been a good stream. I think it's really showcased some of the strengths and weaknesses of this design. Obviously the trolls, you got to keep them pretty far away. Maybe we extend our perimeter a little bit. I really thought that that tree as a baseball bat couldn't reach the walls. It's supposed to be 6 meters, and that's what we've got here. So it looks like we need to give it a little bit more space than that next time. Just as a rule of thumb. So yeah, let's get our wood going again. I like to use the bottom snapping point. Seems to work real well. Start by knocking out the pillars. Now you could put wood in here. It's a lot of wood and it's not really visible. So I don't bother. I just do this portion. Oops, missed. There we go. Get that piece. And I'm just going to do this front wall, just so you can compare it to the other wall. Kind of see the quality difference. And yeah, we'll stop here. Yeah, we'll stop right here. Okay. So we're going to frame off this as well. We need more wood. I think we're okay. Let's see what we can carry. Good enough. And here's where we want this. So we want this to be like this. So that works up to here, but we're going to put facing on this. So I'm just going to do a 1/2 meter. So we're actually going to face this off with more stone in a bit. So we'll do it like this. And that'll determine our wood going all the way around. This didn't line up properly. Let's fix that real quick. Go. And keep this going. Like I said, we're going to use up all this wood. You might not have believed me when I said it. But even when we destroy that thing, we're going to use it all. We still probably won't have enough wood. Just seems to be the nature of building. So I'm going to finish this off like that. And then this is offset by a 1/2 meter. So we're going to put a little 1/2 meter in here. Just so we have a snapping point that lines up with our pillars. I'm not going to go all the way down on that side. So now the next part, we go along the top here. And we put these, I'm going to snap the bottom all the way. And again, this is one of those repeating patterns that's going to create a lot of visual interest for us. Leave that like that, and then we're going to make our rail. Whoops. Now, another one of the weaknesses of this design, this rail has no protection from the elements. So it's not going to be... It's actually going to, like, rot the wood on the top half. And the wood on the bottom half is actually protected by the stone, so it's protected from the elements. So it's going to stay nice and dark, and this wood up top is going to get, like, dull and gray from exposure to the elements. You get the idea. So now this is going to be our walkways, right? We've got this nice railing on the inside to keep us safe. We can still shoot our bow and arrow. We can jump up on top if we really want to and fight in our courtyard, or we can fight outside. Looks really, really good. And it looks way better than that, right? I mean, look at that stone wall. Now look at this stone wall. We're not even done yet. Last thing we'll do, I'm going to wait till the morning. We're going to put those angled wooden supports underneath the stone. But it's been a long day. Let's give Stumps some rest. And get this going, get some food in his belly. I think we're good to go. Let's see, how much wood do we have? We're going to need a little bit more. And like I said, we're just going to do the angled wood beams. So we're going to use the top snapping point like that. In the corners, I like to do 45 degrees like that. It looks really, really nice. And then here we do just straight on like this. I know it's still pretty dark. You probably can't see too well. I'm going to go back in just a second once I get all this put in. You can see it in the light. Lighting is one thing I got to work on with castles. Torches seem to be the best option, but you get the idea here. So there you go. That's our wall on one side with all that nice wood trim. And this is the wall on the other side. Just a mass of gray. It has no depth to it, no interest. And yet it's a really interesting wall that we built. It's got the arc to it. It's got the boundaries and everything around it. So I have to remove, whoops, got to remove this piece. Put this back. Breaking our castle. There we go. And we can continue the wood down this way. That's exactly what we're going to do. I should probably just do it from down below. Let's do that. Like this. We'll let the sun come up. So I'm going to try to get all this wood trim up on the inside and outside. That's my plan for the next 15-20 minutes. And then I'm going to finish off one of the corners with a storage unit and start moving the run-in shed. So I think if I can get the run-in shed like partially moved today, that would be a really good place to be. Okay, again, I want this to line up good, so let's do a 1 meter like that. And that way off stream, I can kind of finish moving the run-in shed. It's really in the way, and I can finish this last section of the walls. I think you guys have seen enough of the building process to know, you know, what to expect at this point. I get up here and get that last piece of stone in place. Like this. And then like this. Ooh, not enough stone. Oh, we're just out of range. There we go. And then we can face that off. And I usually put a piece right in the corner. I think it looks good. Barely noticeable, but I think I kind of noticed. So I'm going to put one in each corner in case I didn't already. One there. And one right here. Again, we're going to build stone off this facing eventually, but I'm going to stop building that there. Let's grab some more wood. We'll face all this off. Start with our pillars. Again, bottom snapping works really good. Oops. It's falling off the beehive. There we go. Now, if you come up with other ways that you want to face things off, you can... There's a lot of flexibility to this design. I'm just showing you the way I like to do it. This is probably the 7th castle I've built. So I have a lot of practice with it. I know what I'm working toward. Here's where I'm going to do the angled part. Let's snap the top like this. Keep going until we run out of wood. On Thursday, we'll take a look. Actually, yeah, this is just Tuesday's stream. So if we're streaming on Thursday, maybe I will build the rest of this on stream. I think it's kind of nice to have the whole process documented. And that'll give me time to kind of think about what I want in the middle part. Or if I want to build a tower in one of the corners, that's always fun. All right, so that finishes that portion off. Let's get up here and do the wood railing portion. Oh, am I out of wood? Of course. Notice we've used up all of our wood so far. Miraculously. So yeah, I think by Thursday I'll have some ideas about what the rest of the build's gonna look like, where we're gonna put the stairs, how we're gonna work all that out. When you start building with stone, don't be afraid to destroy it. It's just like the wood pieces. Once you get comfortable with it, you're gonna destroy a lot of wood blocks. I don't in this build because I have a very clear plan. Like I said, I built several of these castles. But I think when I started out, I was real nervous. Can't block our stairs. I was really nervous because I felt like stone was really permanent. I forgot, you know, this is just a video game. There's no stone. There is no spoon. Once I kind of overcame that, really helped. And then I was able to build, destroy, rebuild, destroy it again. And there we go. We have a nice safe walkway up here. Looks great. We can move these stairs later. This all looks really nice. Just beautiful from the inside. And when the sun hits it, even nicer. Even nicer. So I'm going to do the outside facing, try to get that caught up to this inner part. Let's get rid of our rocks. And some sticks. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's run out here. And keep it going. I think we started... Here we go. So repetitious, but it's these long lines and patterns. Really makes your castle look majestic. One of the things I did that I kind of regretted when I was building my castle, I was building towers, and I wanted to see how high I could build it. So I built a tower, I think it was around 15 meters tall. It looks amazing. A beautiful looking tower. However, from a purely defensive perspective, it was a terrible idea. I'm going to use a 1 meter to finish this. Put a corner. And then, let's see, we want it to line up with this, so we're going to have to put a 1 meter on here. Like this. And then do the 2 meters. And there we go. That'll line up beautifully with the pillar for our arced piece, and that's as far as we go. So like I was saying with the towers, because it was so high up, you got to remember that 15 meters of height is also 15 meters of distance between you and your target. So it actually made it really hard. You had a great lookout. That's what the tower was good for. It was being like a lookout tower, but to use it to shoot arrows from was really hard to do. It was not easy to hit your target. So let's get this thing repaired. Grab some more wood, get back to work. There we go. Let's see what we can carry. One more? Put that back. There we go. Perfect. Max it out. Max it out. Here we are. That's where we left off. So again, all we're facing off is the pillars and the bottom row of the walkway, bottom row of stone. So basically the floor of the walkway above. That's all I'm finishing off. And then we put these angled pieces on just to give it a little more flavor. They don't actually do anything. They don't make the build any stronger, but they look good. It's not all vertical and horizontal lines. You got a little bit of angles in there. Our cross beams above the door got that same angle, so you've got a little repetition of the angles. Looks really good. You could try something like this if you really wanted to, but it kind of hides the natural stone arc that we put in there. And I kind of like to leave it, but it's not very visible compared to the wood trim. But I'm going to leave it as it is. So let's finish this trim down this side. Looks like we got most of the way. There we go. Let's pick up where we left off. So we need this one. There we go. And it looks like I'm going to need to grind out a bunch more stone and wood between now and Thursday. So we can definitely finish this build 100%. Put a 1 meter. I'm guessing we're going to need another 1 meter. I think we've needed it everywhere else. And I always like to put one piece of wood on the end. Oh, we got to get our last call in, Stumps. Place an order real quick. Oh, very nice. White Russian. I feel like the Lebowski. The big Lebowski. Not the other Lebowski. The one with the rug that tied the room together. There we go. Let's do the pillars. And use that bottom snapping. Works really well. You just aim at eye level and it works pretty good. Oh, more wood. More wood, sir. Place your order now. Amazon delivery in 2 to 3 days. Can we carry more? Let's see. Get rid of that. Good enough. Good enough. Get rid of these sausages. I think we picked that up from the raid somewhere running around. There we go. Finish off our pillars. I mean, look at that one pillar compared to the rest. Right? It just looks naked and bare. It doesn't look very interesting. Now it's got some depth. Now it's got some interest. Whoops. There we go. Top snapping. Let's just start down here, go all the way around. Ooh, hard to see, hard to see. There we go. There we go. When we finish, we'll have a really nice view because the sun will be nice and high in the sky. And I'll show you why these arcs were so important. All right, that connects back up. I think that does all of it. All right, we're pretty good out here. You'll notice we look real close to the ground. I didn't do a great job leveling everywhere. Now you got to be real careful when you're leveling and building castles. Take your time, get it in there right. You can always fix it later, but it's just a lot of time you got to spend. And it's not easy. I can show how to do it. Maybe I'll have to with this, but we've been pretty lucky. None of the stones are breaking, so we're okay. Let's see, we got the inside going. Everything looks good up to this point, so you got a pretty good look at what the castle is going to be like. What I'm going to do next is create a storage wall. So just as we have this storage wall in here, which is highly efficient, if we go to one of our corners, and I'm going to use this one, and we'll remove these arcs. These aren't holding anything up now. What's nice is the stones on this pillar and the stones on this pillar create what's called pinch mechanics, and that's what's holding these two stones up. Notice they're both green, even though nothing is supporting them. So it's the pinch mechanics that take care of that. And I'm going to get rid of this beam because it just makes it hard to place what we're going to put in the corner there. No one's going to miss it. So here's how we build our storage walls here. We take our 1 meter beams. I'm going to zoom in a bit, maybe a little more. 1 meter beams to the ground. Then we place these in, and we go all the way up. Like this, and like that. And then what we do is we do vertical beams, again, bottom snapping. We can just do this. Right, so we have vertical beams all the way across. Now we need to do the horizontal beams, so we just switch over to horizontal. Be sure to do one up at the top. It'll be mostly buried in stone, but put it there anyways. Like that. And we already have our grid for sticking in chests. So depending on how much wood we have left, we take a chest, turn it sideways, and just slide it in there. Boom. Try to get the first one placed nice, because you'll try to use that as an anchor point for the remainder. Gives you something to line up off of. So if the first one's a little bit out of alignment, the rest will most likely be out of alignment too. Now we can only do the bottom 2 rows while we're standing on the ground. We're going to fix that in a minute. But we're going to need more wood. So let's grab it. And there we go. 450 on the nose. So that's good. Give me a second. I need a quick hydration break. Okay, I'm going to put one here as well. Just build it real fast. And the nice thing about having it is it creates snap points for the ladders we need in order to make the rest of this. So I know you're probably thinking you don't need these bottom boards. You absolutely need them. You won't be able to target properly to place the chests on the bottom row. I don't understand why that is, but I've run into it numerous times. So don't try to skip that step. It won't work. It's been there for a reason. There we go. And let's put some more chests in here. This is where you really want to be zoomed in, otherwise it's real hard to place. Especially once you get that other wall in position. There we go. And it really doesn't have to be super perfect, just close enough. Once you look at the whole wall, they all kind of blur together. And if anyone sticks out, you can always replace it. Just destroy it, put it back in. There we go. Okay, so to put the rest up, gonna need ladders. I find just build them right off the end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Take our furniture, jump up 3 rungs, and then do this row. Like this. That one's not perfect, but whatever. And then jump up to the top step. Oops, jumped right off. A little finicky. There we go. And I'm going to back off just a little bit so I can see. There we go. This is where I'm kind of using the chest beneath it to get it all lined up. Oh, we've run out of wood. Let's grab some more. Grab it from up here. 4, get rid of that. Okay, good. And let's zoom in, get our chest back out. Whoop. Get it like that. And then getting under this roof. How we get this one. Oh, I gotta get back up on the step. Real tricky. Jump up there. Good enough. Good enough what we're doing. Okay. Get these ladders out of here. Put some new ones in. And finish the opposite side. I'm going to go all the way to the top first, I think. I can't get this in there good first. Oh, that's tricky. Good enough. Good enough. Ooh, back up there. It's always hard to get on the top step and not jump off. I find if you just jump to the top the first time, probably the smart way to do it. Okay. Get that in there. Get this in here. Get this in here. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. Then back down a step. Ooh. Back up a step. So hard to do in the dark. I should wait till sunlight, but I want this done. Go to bed with a sense of completion. There we go. There we go. All right. Look at that corner. Look at all that storage we have in one spot. So here's where we crash out. Give Stumps a rest. Nighty night, Stumps. Good morning, buddy. Good to see ya. Okay, our next step is to move some of these crafting stations over. We need the upgrades and everything, so what I'm going to end up doing is putting the workbench over here, and I'm probably going to put the forge over here. That's a pretty standard layout that I like to do. That way I can just repeat this entire storage wall and just grab what's over there and move it directly into here. So everything's still organized and in the same position. And then I can start filling this up with some of these random rows of chests that have just random crap in them at this point. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot better storage. And all this stuff, there's a very few chests full of stone left. I think we got 2. Otherwise, we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests worth of stone. Almost. About 6.5. Just to get to here. So that's 1 full wall, 2 full walls, half of a wall. So we got 1.5 walls left. So if we used 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like we need a little bit more than 1 chest worth of stone for each half of a wall. So that's 1, 2, 3. We're going to need at least 4 chests worth of stone. So I've got some farming to do for Thursday. So I'm going to farm all that stone so we can finish this off. We'll build it on stream. I won't do it between streams. But what I am going to do is move as much of this storage over to there as I can. And I'm not going to destroy this building. We'll do that at the beginning of the next stream. So once we get this kind of emptied out and everything moved over, we'll destroy it all, which is always kind of fun. Finish the castle, 1.5 walls worth, and figure out where we're going from there. So I think this is where I'm going to end the stream. We pause here, switch back to the chat. Just want to say thanks to Clutch for sticking around. Appreciate the support as always. I apologize to all my friends that like to see the Vane demo on Tuesdays. My machine's just not running it long enough to have a fun stream. So I'm going to do Valheim until I believe my new machine gets here February 24th. And after that, we'll look into resuming our Vane streams on Tuesday. But I'll always be streaming Valheim on Thursday. So I hope to see all of you there. I think that's it. Hope you all have a great week. This is Stumps out.